Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we have a double whammy. We have two court cases, both with a common theme: paying your rent. Now, whether you pay rent as someone in a relationship or you're sharing a digs situation, doesn't matter. You are responsible for a certain portion of that rent. You can't just stay somewhere for free unless you go back to your parents' house, and who wants to do that, right? So the obligation is to pay your rent at the end of every month. And most leases last a year to 2 years, depending on what the rental agreement states on paper. You sign a piece of paper or you make a verbal agreement. Whether it's you signing the lease or you're having a verbal agreement with a friend is irrelevant. You have an obligation. Pay your rent. In today's two court cases, we see how some people try to dodge the bullet, and there are bizarre reasons why. Right? Let's have a look.
Sherry Small for vandalizing her property.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 4006, Perryman versus Small.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Perryman, the defendant is your sister.
Yes.
Older sister, younger sister?
Older.
You have children?
Yes.
How many?
3.
How old are they?
20, 22, and 16.
Do any of them live with you?
Yes, 1.
The 16-year-old?
Yes.
You have kids?
Yes.
How many?
6.
How old are they?
I have twins that are 18, 16, 15, 12, and 2.
Busy.
Yes.
Do they live with you?
Yes.
This is what I gather from your papers. Your husband passed away recently. Tell me when.
Yeah, in February of last year.
Was it a sudden illness?
Yeah, he had an asthma attack.
How old was he?
39.
Did he have the asthma attack at work or?
At home.
What I gather from your papers is you were not comfortable, which is perfectly understandable, with going back into the house.
Yes.
For a while. At about the same time, your sister was in a relationship with somebody.
Yes.
And that wasn't going well.
Yes.
Your 16-year-old was, in fact, living with you.
Yes.
And this gentleman.
Yes.
And so you needed a place to live.
Yes.
According to your papers, you and your sister made an arrangement that she would move into your house.
Yes.
And according to you, take care of the bills. And you were going to be going where with your children?
We had a family member, an aunt was renting a place, and I moved in there for a short time.
From when to when?
I moved in March of 2023, and...
So right after your husband's death?
Yes.
And how long were you there?
I stayed until August of 2023.
And then where did you go?
I went back to my house.
House. Now, did you and your husband own that house?
Yes.
Did you make an arrangement with her for rent?
Yes.
And what was the rent?
She was supposed to pay the $14.50 per month for rent, and utilities about $170 per month.
Do you have a mortgage on the house?
Yes.
And did that $14.50 cover the mortgage and
Yes.
taxes? Now, when you were living with your male friend, were you living in his apartment?
Yes.
Who was paying the rent?
He was.
Do you work?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a home health aide.
Okay. Well, it seems that the situation seemed to deteriorate, according to the papers, after your sister moved into your home.
Yes.
And your lawsuit seeks damages for damages you allege that she caused to your home.
Yes.
And also non-payment of rent.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me, when did she move in March?
Yes.
Of 2023?
Yes.
And tell me about the rent. She lived there for how many months?
So she moved in March, and she left in June. When she first moved in, she paid $1,000 versus the $14.50, and she said she was going to pay the remaining the next month in April. She said that her check had been short. She had been shorted some hours with her client. And I said that was fine. She could just, make up the next month. In April, it was the same thing. She said that her hours had been cut at work. She didn't have the full amount.
Well, how much did she pay you in April?
In April, she paid $900.
And in May?
She didn't pay anything.
And in June, she left.
Yes.
Okay. The issue started when?
Towards the end of March, like my neighbors and stuff, like people were familiar with me. They would kind of call and be like, hey.
You can't tell me what happened. You got called from neighbors.
Yeah.
Miss Small, when you and your boyfriend separated back in February or March, there was anger and acrimony.
Yeah.
Now, when you left the apartment, it was because he told you to leave?
Yes.
Were the police involved? That's something you don't have to think about. Were the police involved?
I didn't make a report, no.
He made a report on her.
Let's answer the question.
Okay.
I don't need her to tell me the truth. You're supposed to do that. Tell me how the police were involved.
He called the police to ask him to remove me from his home because I did not want to leave, and they had to come get me to take me to remove me from the home.
Now, did you let him, when you moved into your sister's house, did you let him come to your house? The answer was yes.
Yes, sometimes I did.
How did I know that? Why?
Because I was still emotionally tied to him. I wasn't ready to be over with him because we invested so much time. We was together for 4 years.
That may be okay, but there was a lot of fighting there when he came over.
Mm-hmm. True.
And it wasn't quiet fighting, it was loud fighting.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did either you, he, or the neighbors call the police?
The neighbors, she had nosy neighbors, so I assumed they called.
Okay, so the police were called while he was there.
Yes.
Now, you agree that you gave her $1,000
Yes.
when you moved in.
Yes.
That was in March.
Mm-hmm.
And that you gave her $900 in April.
Yes.
So there was clearly a rental agreement, an agreement that you were supposed to pay rent. However, you did in fact pay $1,000 one month and $900 the next.
I was actually trying to do her a favor and help her out. She really didn't ever ask me for no rent.
Well, you weren't helping her out. She was helping you out. You had no place to go. Miss Small, was there ever a time when the boyfriend was staying over at the house?
He always visited me, but he also went home at the same time too as well.
You're being vague with me. I distrust vague.
And later today.
Why do you think you're not responsible for half of this fee?
Because we both agreed to stay through at least the whole time regardless. Because she left first, like without me, of knowledge of me.
I have more clarity if you'd like to hear my
I don't
side.
need any more clarity. I'm clear as a bell. All you're going to do is muck it up.
Juanita Perryman claims her sister, Sherry Small, vandalized her home, causing thousands of dollars in damages.
Okay, so you did pay $1,000 and $900. What did you say to her when you gave her the $900, if you remember, in April?
To be honest, I told my sister, this is what I have. I can help you out with this, but I'm having problems at my workplace, and I'll pick up later when I pick up a new client.
Okay, so then I have to believe what your sister told me, that you had an agreement to cover the mortgage and taxes, and you were supposed to pay her $1,450 a month. And for 2 months, you paid less. In May, you paid nothing. So at what point did you decide to put a notice on her door to vacate the apartment? You had conversations with her.
So when she didn't pay in May, she completely ceased contact with me. Like when I would call, she got her number changed. I would come over, I would see a car in the driveway and she wouldn't open the door. I would be outside knocking, calling. She wouldn't answer. I was trying to contact her through other family members. She completely just stopped responding to me at all. So in June, I put a 3-day notice on her door. And it was kind of more so because I figured that would make her, reach out and give me a call, or we can kind of see what was going on. But she didn't. So mid-June, I was talking to our sister and she was like, look, you're going to be really, really upset.
Just as a result of the conversation, did you go over to the house?
Yes.
And this was after you would put the 3-day notice to quit on the door?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you find when you got there?
The house was completely wrecked. She had bust out windows. She
have photographs for me?
Yes.
I'd like to take a look. Miss Small.
What's sad about this whole situation is that one sister basically displaces herself and her 6 children out of her home to create space for her sister and her sister's son to stay in her home and rent it out for just enough to cover the mortgage. And then the sister has the audacity to say, oh, she paid this amount when she could afford it to help her sister out. I mean, I'm sorry. Who's helping who here? And then to top it all off, there's property damage. Oh, man. What a way to say thank you.
Oh, was there ever a time when the boyfriend was staying over at the house?
He always visited me, but he also went home at the same time too as well.
You're being vague with me. And when you're vague, I distrust vague, okay? Was he staying with you at any point in June?
Yes.
Was he there when the 3-day notice to quit was on the
Yes.
door? After the 3-day notice was on the door, how long did it take you to move out?
It took me 2 days.
In those 2 days, was he there?
I asked him, can he help me remove me from my sister?
So what did he do? Did he come and help you?
Yes, he came help.
Oh, okay, so he did come and help you. Who made this mess in your sister's house?
I don't know, maybe she did it.
Oh, no, never happened. Never happened that she did this in her house. So let's rethink that. I mean, I read your answer. Your answer was crystal clear. You said you were pretty angry when you saw the 3-day notice to quit. To quote you, you said, I got a little heated.
Yes.
Well, what did you do when you got a little heated? And was the boyfriend there when you got heated?
I just called my boyfriend up to come get me to take my clothes to remove me out her home because she didn't even let me move things inside the home for her to want me to pay rent.
Did you move back into the house?
Yes.
When?
The end of July, after I got everything.
Kevin, I want you to show this picture to the defendant. And I want you to listen carefully because you're an intelligent gal. And I'm also an intelligent gal. If you and your 6 children are planning to move back into this house because you own it, could you think of any other reason than being either psychotic or angry to do this to the property? Just take a look at it. And I'm going to show you some more. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. Was your 16-year-old there with you?
No, he wasn't. He was over at a friend's house.
Well, who punched the holes in the walls?
I don't know. Maybe she had someone do it.
No. You did this. Either you, your boyfriend, your 16-year-old. There's no question. She's moving back there with her 6 children. She is not going to destroy the house that she owns, that she's moving back to with her 6 children. That's ridiculous. Okay. You want to tell me anything else?
Not to mention, she says we didn't have any agreement to pay rent. I have a rental agreement that we both agreed to with the amount and everything. So that was just a lie.
Well, this is certainly your signature, Miss Smalls. Kevin, would you show her this document?
Okay, that was something. That's my signature.
It sure is. I've compared it to your answer. That was a sworn deposition. Okay. Did you have a contractor help you?
Yes.
Do you have the final bill from the contractor?
I think I have some of it in that already, and this was for, I think I had this kind of stuff up.
And the maximum of your small claims court is $6,000?
Yes. The damages exceeded that amount.
I see the damage exceeded.
Nice.
What?
She said the house wasn't that nice.
The house wasn't that nice, but it had windows and it had walls and it had mirrors.
What's that got to do with anything? If the house wasn't that nice, why did she move in the first place? I mean, really?
And had glass, and it didn't have any of those things when you left. Okay, between the rent that you owe based upon your lease and the damages that you or your son or your boyfriend or a combination of all 3 of you did to the house, the damages have far and exceed the $6,000, which is the limit of your small claims court. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $6,000. We're finished. Thank you very much.
This court is adjourned.
What she was saying made no sense. I would have never done that to my own property.
I really didn't like the decision at all because I feel like I didn't do all them damages.
I was already still grieving months into a very big loss, and to see our house destroyed like that was horrible.
To be honest, I probably damaged some things, but I didn't damage all them things.
She has a lot of misplaced anger at just the wrong people, I think.
I still can't believe she brought me to this show to sue me.
I hope we can kind of move forward and be in a place where we can at least, be family again.
I would never speak to her again.
So what's your takeaway?
I know your philosophy has always been, don't be a landlord if you can avoid it. And I think family members make that more challenging because of the personal relationship. But also being a landlord, you may vet your tenant as well as you can. Make sure they're a good person, make sure they're not violent, make sure they have no criminal record, but you never know who they're bringing into the fold of your home. You can't control everyone's personalities and everyone's outbursts all of the time. And I felt bad for the plaintiff because, she was already going through a hard time by losing her husband, just wanted some time away from the place that it happened. And, she came back to a huge mess that unfortunately, because of jurisdictional limits, we weren't able to fully compensate her for, but at least she got what we were able to give.
Did I convince you about being a landlord?
I'm getting there.
Case.
Right, before we move on to the next case, I just want to wrap that first one up. It is true, being a landlord is not easy. You constantly have to worry about your property that you've invested so much time and money into being damaged or being taken care of. I rent, and I always make sure I do everything I can to leave a place better than what I found it. And that's just a philosophy I've been carrying since I've started renting. It's something my father taught me, and it's something you can be proud of. So in this case, the fact that she wasn't even able to keep the place safe, intact, and then blames her sister for not even having a nice place to begin with, that is just one big slap in the face. How can you do that to family? But yeah, I agree. Never be a landlord if you can avoid it. And secondly, don't mix family and business. It just doesn't work. All right, on to the next one.
Number 4009, Heiderich versus O'Quinn. All parties, please come forward.
Wendy Heidenreich is suing her ex-boyfriend, Jamal O'Quinn, for the fees to break their lease, moving costs, and utilities.
Mr. O'Quinn, I'm going to start with you, sir.
Yes.
You have an 8-year-old son.
Yes.
You have custody of him?
Full custody.
And you met the plaintiff when?
Probably last year sometime.
And you became a couple?
Kind of, yeah.
You became a couple?
Of course.
This is what you said in your answer. I endured mistreatment. When I couldn't stand it any longer, I packed up and left with my son. That's what you said in your answer. That isn't this whole mumbo-jumbo that you started to tell me before.
Wendy Heidenreich claims her ex-boyfriend, Jamal O'Quinn, owes for the fees to break their lease and moving costs. Jamal is countersuing for emotional distress and abuse.
Okay, you lived in an inconvenient place. It was geographically unsuitable. So, according to the plaintiff, it was decided that you get an apartment together. And you were going to take your hands out of your pockets. And you were moving there with your 8-year-old son, moving in. When did you move into this apartment?
In the house, it was in August of 2023.
Okay.
And we signed a year lease.
Okay, and you signed the lease.
Yes.
By the time Christmas time came, or even before, both of you found that this wasn't working out. That be a fair statement?
A little before.
Before?
Yeah.
Sometime between August and December.
Yeah.
And you decided to go your separate ways, right?
Yes.
Were you working, Mr. O'Quinn?
Always, yes.
Okay, so you have a job.
Yes.
And when you signed this lease together with the plaintiff in August, in September, you weren't paying rent anywhere else, right?
Yes.
Were you paying rent on this apartment?
In September? Yes. Yes.
How much were you paying?
I was paying half the rent, so it was probably around, I don't know, $1,800, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so you were paying half the rent?
Yeah.
Was he paying half the rent?
Yes.
Yeah, great. And did he pay half the rent September, October, November, and December?
Yes.
Okay. And then you decided to go your separate ways. I'm going to make this case very, very simple for me, especially for Sarah. The lease was terminated in January.
The lease was terminated December 28th,
Okay.
23.
And you moved someplace else.
In January, I moved somewhere else.
Okay. And you as well.
Yes.
Can I clarify something?
No.
Okay.
That involved breaking the lease because you had a year's lease, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And you negotiated with the landlord a break lease fee that you're going to be able to prove to me, right?
Yes.
And what was that fee that you negotiated?
The break lease fee was $14.99. The property went unrented for 3 months, which accumulated to $11,400. I negotiated that $11,400 down after they took the deposit.
I'm asking you, what did you negotiate it down to? You have to have proof of it. Just
yes,
show it to me.
I certainly do.
Well, tell me what it was. Give me the figure.
So the break lease fee was $14.99.
No.
And the final settlement was $35.60.
I asked you a question. You negotiated with the landlord a fee that made the lease go away.
$35.60 was the fee that I paid in addition to the $14.99.
In addition to the $14.99. And you want him to pay half of that.
Correct.
Okay. Does that sound fair to you, sir?
No. Your Honor, can I? Because I thought we agreed before. We were like, when we wasn't dating, we were fine, we're cool. Like,
I don't want you to make yourself appear stupid.
No, I'm not.
Do you understand?
Totally.
Do you understand? You paid rent according to her. September, October, November, and December, which means that you shared the lease and you shared the expense. Now, according to both of you, it wasn't working out. You especially because you have some ridiculous counterclaim, which I will get to in a moment, but not take me very long.
Okay.
What I'm asking you is, if you both found that it wasn't working out, since you were on the lease, paid half the rent, left just like she did, why do you think you're not responsible for half of this fee?
Because we both agreed to stay through the lease the whole time, regardless. Because she left first, like without me, of knowledge of me even leaving. Like on the 22nd of December, where I was told that.
Just a second, you can't tell me what you were told, and that's not what you say in your answer.
I have more clarity if you'd like to hear my
I don't
side.
need any more clarity. I'm clear as a bell. All you're going to do is muck it up.
Okay.
This is what you said in your answer. I endured mistreatment because she expected certain favors from you, which is what you're complaining about. When I couldn't stand it any longer, I told her I couldn't participate in this type of relationship anymore. I packed up and left with my son. That's what you said in your answer. That isn't this whole mumbo-jumbo that you started to tell me before.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Good. Very good.
And that was
Sarah,
on December 27th.
Don't speak to me.
All right, okay.
Sarah, add up $35.60, $14.99, and cut it in half.
$2,574.50.
Okay. Now, and that you're absolutely entitled to. That you're absolutely entitled to have the fees that you paid to terminate the lease. Because whether he left or you left first, it really doesn't make any difference. You both decided this relationship was over and you shouldn't stay together, which is probably a very good idea.
The deposit on the house, I put down myself at $43.50.
That's all right. Show me proof that he agreed to pay you back for that.
I mean, he signed the lease.
Show me proof that he intended to pay you back for that. It's not what he says. He says he was living someplace, he moved in with you because you wanted to be together. Show me proof that he agreed to pay you back half the move-in fee, which you didn't collect September, October, November, or December, correct? He didn't pay you back anything.
Correct. He did not pay me anything during that time.
Right.
He didn't have the resources.
I understand. Well,
so
I'm starting to realize how important it is that you get something in writing. In the previous case as well, look at how the one sister was able to get what she needed because she had it in writing. So, yes, it's uncomfortable, it's awkward, but get it out of the way. Sign a piece of paper that you both agree on. Perhaps you can even write it together. I've actually been through something like that where a lease agreement needed to be created on the spot and both parties were present. Both came up with the rules together and both signed. And both took a photo with their phones so that they had a copy and it worked like a charm. So yeah, I know it's uncomfortable. Who wants to do that? You know, you just want to move in and enjoy this newfound joy of a new home. But 8, 9, 10 months later, then all this happens. And then what? You've got no proof. Now she lost out. So
has the same resources now. He didn't pay you back then. You're absolutely entitled to half of the move-out fee.
He did leave me to pay the January rent myself.
$25.74. Okay, now we're going to get to this ridiculous countersuit that you have, sir. You want to, in 30 seconds, tell me what that is? Or you just want to withdraw it and leave yourself not looking foolish?
Yes. I'll withdraw. I don't want to look foolish for you, Judge.
That sounds like a really good idea.
Thank you so much.
Really good idea. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $25.74. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
This court is adjourned.
I'm totally happy with the decision, and I think justice will serve.
I'm a little disappointed with the outcome.
I think just scoring hard. I think because I kind of went the other way. I kind of told the truth about her, like, when the kind of like the film's not there, blah, blah, blah.
You could edit a bad book, but not a blank page, so I was happy to have the experience.
Just do the right thing all the time and follow your heart.
Watch out for the red flags.
My only takeaway from that case was how smart that defendant was, because his counterclaim, as you know, said that he wanted $10,000 because he felt as if he was being used by the plaintiff and intimidated during the 6 months that they were together. And then he was going to have to explain that. And I thought
detail.
And I thought his smile was charming when he said, no, I'll withdraw it.
Yeah. We wish they all were that smart.
There we go. We do wish they were all that smart. But if they were that smart, we wouldn't have all these shows to watch and enjoy, right? So there you go. It's just a matter of paying your rent, making sure you pay your dues. One of the other things I've learned from a young age is always pay your landlord or whoever is in charge of the roof over your head. Make sure your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted, that you pay that person. Because no one likes to sleep at night wondering how many days left they've got in the home they live in. You don't want to have that hanging over your head. So if people are willing to play with these gray areas, I think that's very, very naive and I wouldn't say brave, stupid really. So there you go. All right. End of the story. Pay your rent. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.